Well, hello, folks. Thanks for tuning in to another Godfrey's Parlor session. I'm your host, Dina Hall. I'm coming to you from my home in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, and tonight we're going to travel out to the Midwestern United States for a visit with Rachael Kilgour. In addition to this 1-hour performance, we'll also include the opportunity for you to add comments and ask questions. And true to Godfrey's form, we'll take a short break at the halfway mark. At that time, we'll spend a few minutes chatting with Rachael. An important reminder, all of our live streamed concerts will benefit the artists, so please use the link provided on screen and in the comments to pay what you will. Our suggested donation is $10, but you're certainly encouraged to send more. And we're going to put that tip link in the comments so that you can actually click on it and make it that much easier for you to send some money along to the artist. All right, that's it for now. It's time for the music. Won't you please welcome Rachael Kilgour. Hello there.
Hi.
This is going to be fun, right?
Well, I hope so.
I sure hope so. It's great to have you. Hey, where are you actually playing from tonight?
I'm playing from my home in Duluth, Minnesota.
Cool.
Duluth is also my hometown, so my home.
Home, at home. This is wonderful. You have not played at Godfrey's yet, have you?
I haven't. No, I've been working on getting on the calendar.
Okay.
And trying to line it up with tours for a little while, and it hasn't worked in previous tours. So,
all right, well,
very convenient that you just come to me in my home,
isn't it? We made it that much easier for you. That's fantastic. All right, Rachael, I don't want to hang on to you here for too long. I'm gonna get out of the way, and it's all yours. Have a great time.
All right, thanks. Hello, folks. My dad worked hard from the time he was young to win the respect of his father and the love of his mom, and nobody had high hopes for the scrappy farm kid. But nobody loved a challenge like my old man did. With his hands and his sweat, with a hammer and a cigarette, long hours in the hot sun, he built a foundation, late for dinner every night, a sunburn and an appetite. In the end he seemed to do alright, with 3 kids and a frugal wife. My dad worked hard, and yours work harder, as that would his thriving investments prove. I'm not saying that he didn't earn the right to take it easy. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure my dad did too. He got the job done right. You couldn't call him lazy, and he wouldn't overcharge you, not like the big names did. He'd build a house from the ground up, run the numbers in his head. He'd make enough to feed the family, make it home to tuck me into bed. And he never gave up till his body gave in and his mind grew thin. And you never can tell how time will treat you. She's a great deceiver. But now he's home every night. He's home every day too. He needs help getting out of his chair and can't remember how to tie his shoes. I've been looking for the safety net, the one that's supposed to catch him when we can't afford the care he needs. And he worked his whole goddamn life I'm not saying that he didn't earn the right to take it easy. I'm just saying that I'm pretty sure my dad did too. I thought I'd jump in with a song that is close to my heart. I've been in the mood for writing songs about my dad for the last couple of years. He passed away 3 years ago and left me with a lot of thinking to do. I guess that's what happens when parents die. Yeah. I think I wrote that song just really feeling the conflict between classes and what it means to get old and die, and what it means to provide for your family, and how I think in the United States especially we're really encouraged to just stick in our own lanes, and it's kind of hard to comprehend the realities that other families live with. It would sure be nice if we could take care of our elderly and our children, our vulnerable populations, the same as well, regardless of income bracket, in my personal opinion. But alas, I've been doing all this. I've been busy at home doing a lot of housework. My partner and I purchased this very old, run-down Victorian era home that's been neglected for a long time, and we're just ripping walls down and and reinforcing flooring and just doing a lot of building. And when I was young, I worked with my dad. He was a contractor, as referenced in the previous song, and so I've just been thinking about him and the skills he left me with. And as a young person, I blamed him, like we do with parents, for all of his faults. and now that he's not here, I've been thinking about the wonderful things he left with me. My arms are too long for my body, and my hands, they're too big for my arms. But my dad, part man, part orangutan, hugged me close, and he kept me from harm. So I waste my time wishing that I were proportionate, and my skin is too thin for my family. How they laugh in my sensitive ways, whether I'm happy or sad. I cry just like my dad, but I'm proud to let it be a name. I may be soft, but I am not ashamed. And isn't it brave to take what you've been given, the parts you kept hidden, the traits you denied, to find a strength in what looked like a weakness? Take your old family secrets and wear them with pride. So if your cheeks burn red You've got your great-grandmother's face and all the earth and your ancestors' steady feet. And isn't it brave to take what you've been given, the parts you kept hidden, the traits you denied, to find a strength in what looked like a weakness? Take your old family secrets and wear them with pride. It was real fun. I remember when my dad did pass away, we were collecting photos all together to display for his funeral. And it's so obvious where I get my very long arms and hands. All of the photos, he's got his arms outstretched, ready to give you a really big hug. And it just doesn't look like those arms belong on his body. Well, I've been writing all these songs about my dad, but my mom's the one who's still around to hear them. She's been a real trooper about it. I've been joking around that eventually I'll write a song about her, but it might not be until she dies. It turns out it's a lot easier to write an honest song anyways about a person when they're not there to feel it. I get to write some songs about my dad that I don't know that he would have loved to listen to, but I feel, I trust that whatever remnants of him are floating around in the universe, that they love all of the new songs, and his ego is floated away. So there we are. Anyway, no songs about Mom, but sometimes I like to introduce this next song, which really has nothing to do with my mom, but in a way it does. This is a song, it's a song about being in same-sex relationships, and I came out to my mom when I was quite young still. I was in high school, senior in high school, and I like to give her props before I sing this song. I've spent so much of my life really taking for granted the fact that that she accepted me, and she didn't accept me in a like joining PFLAG and throwing me a coming out party kind of way. It was a more quiet Minnesotan mom kind of way, but it clearly did the trick. I've made a living as a musician, as a songwriter for almost 15 years now, and I've always very comfortably talked about my relationships, about my sexuality from the stage, no matter where I am, and I think a lot of that is just the fact that I feel I have this like force field of mom love around me. And I'm really trying to be aware of that privilege and how other folks don't have as easy of a time coming out to their parents and feeling like they are still good. So here's a song in case you're feeling that way. for being here, guys. I've been doing online concerts all the time since March, and it still feels pretty weird that I can't see you or hear you or just watch you respond to a song. And if you're anything like me, you've figured out how to fit a lot of new TV shows into your evening. And I feel like this is such a better reason to turn on your computer. It's been nice seeing other musicians tuning in, and the intimacy that can be there even though we're really far away, to know that something is happening right at this very moment in another part of the world. I'm really here, right in front of you, singing songs, and I think that's kind of cool. Thanks for technology. Let's see, I think, where are we? Okay, I'm going to sing a couple more songs and then we can take our break. One by one we fall in line to reach for the precious prize, to the promised land, singing yes we can. Stomachs bigger than our eyes, and it's yelled out loud, it's murmured low. There's a chance for you and me to have all we dreamed and even more, it seems. That's the curse of liberty. Welcome to America, the land of the rich and free, where hard work gets rewarded and the money grows on trees. Well, it's rags to riches, baby, that's our story, and we are sticking to it. If you don't make it big, you can't claim the game is rigged, 'cause in America you manifest your own destiny. So stack the deck and deal ahead. If your daddy's rich, well, every card you hold will be turned to gold for a white man and his tricks. And you'll stop to think as you comb your hair and straighten out your tie, how the bottom few could be privileged to fade, buckle down and try. Welcome to America, the land of the rich and free, where hard work gets rewarded and the money grows on trees. Well, it's rags to riches, baby, that's our story, and we are sticking to it. If you don't make it big, you can't claim the game is rigged, 'cause in America you manifest your own destiny. But tunnel vision makes you stronger. Narcissism is the way to get ahead. Don't you ever stop to wonder about the ones you had to pay to make your bed. 99 we fall behind while one fool takes the prize, but we won't stay down forever. See it twitching in our eyes. A revolution, it's on its way, and there's nowhere to hide. All the earnings that you've stolen, all your greed and all your pride. Welcome to America. I said I was going to do a couple more songs and then take a break, but I realized we are exactly 25 minutes in, and I think it might be a good time to cut to a chatting intermission.
Hey, we can do that.
Okay, good. I'm glad. Hi!
Hey there. Rachel, this is wonderful having you here doing this. You got so many people tuning in. And, we were able to, if anybody, wants to switch around, we were able to have this streaming from Rachel's Facebook page as well. So that's it's reaching so many more people, and I think that's wonderful. It's great to have you part of this. And, some of the folks from Godfrey's are watching and can't wait to have you come around and play here with us in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. We kind of almost met over the summer.
Yeah.
Almost. You submitted I guess it was like pre-recorded, right? The video for the Lehigh Valley Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Was that August, I think?
Yeah,
I think it was, yeah. And they had the WDIY was sponsoring your part of the program. They asked me to introduce you, and I thought, oh, well, that's cool. So they had me come down to the radio station and record the introduction. So this whole thing has been such a really cool way of adapting and meeting people that we might never have met before, right?
It's true. Yeah, I do so much traveling, and perhaps you do too as well. And I meet a lot of people that way, but this is very different. This past year, almost year of being online all the time, and the people I've encountered all over the country and world, really. But
yeah. Well, I don't travel at all, so just get that out of the way.
It's overrated.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, so I was looking. I had to look at the map because I thought, well, I don't really know where Duluth is, but Minnesota's a pretty big state. You're way up there.
Yeah, I am. Yeah,
you're way up there. You're like cold. I mean, seriously cold.
I mean, I don't know. Global warming is doing something or another. We're pretty warm today. We're in the 30s, and generally might be in the negative 30s. So
wow,
it's changing.
So you've been there your whole life?
Mm-hmm. I have, yes. Well, I was born and raised here. Lived here until actually age 30. Before I ever moved away. And I did live in Minneapolis for a time, as well as Boston. Actually, I was out in Boston for a couple of years. And just in time for the pandemic to begin, bought a house back here back in Minnesota.
Good timing. You got yourself settled in. That's great.
Yes, it's a really, really excellent time for nesting and having a project to do at home.
I got to tell you that in the last several months, the number of people that I know that either have lived or are currently living in Minnesota has probably tripled. Every week, I'm not even going to, aside from John Gorka is out there, and that's where Trina Hamlin is from, and Jonathan Brooke, I believe, is out there, and there's it seems like a folk singer's heaven out in Minnesota.
I mean, I guess you can say it. It's true. A lot of great writers come from here. I've always really, I've struggled a little bit finding my place as far as performances in Minnesota. Like there's just, very strong tradition of listening rooms and solo singer-songwriters on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. It's a little harder to find that and really get worked into it in the Midwest, I will say. But yeah, I would say it's very cold, and what better to inspire you to write beautiful songs to stay warm
than the cold and a warm fire, maybe. Yeah,
exactly.
Great. So you mentioned that you've been doing these Zoom house concerts. Yeah. Tell me more about that.
Well, like we spoke about earlier, I think it's challenging to figure out how to be online. Really connecting with people on a regular basis. It's just everyone at first, especially when the pandemic first hit, everyone was playing an online show or collaborating with someone online, and it was just everywhere all of the time. I felt overwhelmed by it. So I really thought a lot about how to make it smaller and more intimate. And well, I really love doing shows like this in partnership with venues. I've started doing house concerts where we're all in our own houses, but
hosts will invite their friends or their book club or their neighbors, whatever it is. And then we just actually have a Zoom call. So it's very private, and it's a group of people who already know one another. It works out quite well. So there's a little more engagement. You can kind of talk back and forth. I usually will play a set, and then we'll chat, and people will tell me things that came up when I was singing or something about their lives. It's been really nice.
And you have to do that because you can't get close enough to the screen in order to read the comments, right?
Yeah, we were just talking about that. If you want to see my guitar, you can't see my guitar and have me read your comments.
You can't do both. You have to. No, I get it. Someone has asked the question, what do they do in Minnesota? I guess that's an open-ended question. Like, what do you do? What do you do? You don't have a beach. You don't have.
Correction.
You do.
I do.
On the lake.
Duluth is right at the tip of Lake Superior, and we actually
there we go.
A lake that looks a bit like an ocean.
And yes, that's.
Yeah, Duluth is like it's on a hill, and it looks kind of like an amphitheater overlooking the lake, which is really nice. So I do have a beach. Yes, it's cold, but today I just went walking on that beach, even though it was chilly. You dress warm. You have a wood fireplace so that you can stay cozy and drink lots of hot liquids. We do also have summers. I don't know. I think where I'm from here specifically, people really appreciate the environment that we live in. A lot of people like biking, or I really like cross-country skiing. There's like kayakers out in the lake when it's warm. So, we stay busy. We work hard. We stay humble. Yes. That's what we do in Minnesota.
I wasn't downplaying any bit of what life is like anywhere in the world. I had to put that question up and ask it just because it seemed so I don't know, obvious. Yeah, when you're on one coast or the other, you tend to think in some ways, and or when you live in cities, you think in other ways. So
yeah, that's true.
Very interesting.
I mean, the industry here, I think, is quite diverse depending on where you are. There's definitely farmland, and with the lake, we have a lot of tourism up here, and shipping, and historically made a lot of money up north with iron ore mining. So yeah, all sorts of things.
All right. Well, I don't want to take too much time away from your music. I've got a couple of messages I have to get out to the folks that are watching, so we'll be back in just a couple of minutes, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, folks, I want to remind everyone that the Parlour sessions come to you several times a month, and we do have some coming up. I'll tell you about what's on the schedule when we get later into the program. I can tell you that on the horizon we have Lynn Hansen and Abby Gardner and a few more. I'm going to tell you about it later on when we're done. I want to thank our sponsor, WDIY 88.1 Lehigh Valley Public Radio, and many choices, real voices, and they mean it. There's NPR News, public affairs, and an eclectic mix of music. And we want to thank WDIY for getting the message out about our Parlour sessions. And along with that, make sure you tune in to Live from Godfrey Daniels on Tuesday nights from 7 to 9 p.m., hosted by Dave Fry. And also, the Godfrey's Gazette comes out once a week, and we make sure we include all of the upcoming events at this point in time. Those would be the Parlour sessions and our open mic virtual edition. Those are all listed in the Gazette, along with any other information, and also links to archived Parlour sessions as well. Those are also listed on a separate page on the Godfrey Daniels website. All of the archived Parlour sessions are there. So go to the website, go up to the top right corner, click Godfrey's Gazette, wander over to the Parlour sessions page, and you can watch all of the previous sessions that have taken place right here. And lastly, I want to remind you that Godfrey Daniels wouldn't be where it is without your membership support. And we continue to call on all of you folks to support Godfrey's into the future with your membership. For over 40 years, Godfrey Daniels has been considered one of the best listening rooms in the country, where people come to appreciate live music and to celebrate a rare place where both the artist and the audience rise to the occasion. This reputation makes it possible for us to present legendary performers as well as emerging artists on their way to the top. Thanks to our members, volunteers, and the artists as well, we continue to evolve as a community resource with our successful monthly jams, open mic, storytelling, and youth outreach. Please consider supporting Godfrey's as a member. Your membership gift, along with those of other good friends, enables us to present some of the finest live music in the country. Just go to our website and click on the membership tab. It's that easy. Thank you. And there you have it. Thanks so much for watching. Let's bring Rachel back in right now. All right, my dear, you are, it's all yours. You can take it away.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks again for having me. What a professional setup, guys. A friend of mine from here in Duluth, Galen Lee, you may have heard of her. She won the NPR Tiny Desk concert recently, a few years back now, and she just was interviewed on the On Being program by Krista Tippett, which is a great radio program that also comes from Minnesota. That's also what we do. And one of my favorite things that Galen spoke about, she speaks very well about disability and how that works in society, first off. You should check her out. But secondly, she right at the end spoke a little bit about marriage, about relationships, and how a long-term committed relationship is kind of like a community of two, and how we get to put, all of the intentions we have for what we would like the world to be into this person, and it's challenging every day to forgive them and to see the best in them, but it's kind of, the best chance we're going to get at living out those values. So I've been really grateful during this time to have a partner who's willing to do that uncomfortable work with me. So currently in a relationship, it's going well. But also when when I was younger, for most of my 20s, I lived here in Duluth and was married, raising a stepkid, and I really liked being married for those very same reasons I said before. It's hard work, but there's something, just like any kind of family relationship, there's something really grounding about telling someone over and over again that you choose them, that you forgive them, that they're good enough. And when my marriage ended, it left me very confused about whether or not I was good enough. And it hurt really badly, and I wrote a lot of songs about it, as songwriters are prone to do. Anyway, this next one was a title track off of my album Rabbit in the Road, which is mostly a compilation of songs that I wrote after the divorce. And I think about this community, if we are a community of two, how do we also separate? How do you separate from the community of two and become a community of your own? How do you do that respectfully and really bring your best selves to the pulling apart, so that everyone can stay whole? You're scared of getting stuck, scared to be alone. You're scared of your own history, and now you're scared of all my songs. But there's a beating in your chest, just like the one in mine. And I remember you smiling, I remember all the time. Oh, we'll still grow, not side by side, on our own. I cannot say I trust you, and I don't want to be your friend, but I think I see your goodness again. Your love is unsurpassed. It burns bright and it burns fast. It's not the kind of love you can count on, but it's stunning while it lasts. You're driven by the impulse, it never lets you rest. And I know you didn't mean to hurt me, you just did what you do best. Oh, we'll still grow, not side by side, but on our own. I cannot say I trust you, and I don't want to be your friend, but I think I see your goodness again. Oh, sparkling eyes in the crowded room, I still think of you in the springtime, when your favorite flowers bloom, when your favorite flowers bloom. You stepped out of the car for the rabbit in the road. You couldn't bear to watch him suffer, lying mangled in the snow, with your hands around his neck. You spared his misery. How swift you gave that rabbit what you couldn't give to me. Oh, funny to have the silence. I don't mind not getting clapped at, but I realize as a performer, sometimes I use that time when people are responding to the show to kind of like let go of the song and take a deep breath and to kind of come back to present. Instead, you just get to watch me do that. Thanks for the kind comments, guys. I'm seeing them pop up here, which is really, it's nice to have some interaction with you. I appreciate it. I wonder where everyone's listening from. If you feel like it, this is very in these days, okay? You could tell me where you're listening from, or if you've, I don't know, if you've seen me in person before or not. I'm curious about that, what this experience is like if you've never seen me before. Tell me about it. Like I said, when I was married, I had the pleasure of being a stepmom, which I really, really loved, actually. And in these days, my stepdaughter is 19 years old. She's doing all sorts of things for herself, making big choices about who she wants to be and what she wants to do with her life and what she has to offer the world, and it's very exciting. I'm real proud of her, as expected, but I think there's always this tension that happens through adolescence. I wrote this next song when she was 13, and it was a moment where we were just butting heads over and over and over again, and she felt like I didn't hear her, and I didn't trust her because, you know, she still had some rules like 13-year-olds do, and it's really nice to get to the other side of that and be able to see her, you know, take all that guidance she was given from so many people that love her and make her own way in the world. I can't keep you from the world. The world is closing in, and I can't teach you to become the things I wish I could have been. You can't make the time go faster, and I can't slow it down at all. I can't make you learn your lesson each time you trip and fall. And I will be right behind, cheering you on all the time, all the time. When you were small, I had the answers, and you believed without a doubt. But now you're never satisfied until you try it for yourself. You're pushing for your freedom, you're pulling back in fear. Well, it's a mess, but it's a beautiful thing, my dear. And I will be right behind, cheering you on all the time. 'Cause I know you can take it. I believe that you will make it on your own somehow. Maybe not right now, but I can see you're almost ready. Do you think you're ready, Freddie? Say it right out loud. You're gonna make me proud. Where'd you learn to be so brave? How
You're trying on your conscience, and you'll make a few mistakes, but all hurts can be forgiven if you look them in the face. And I will be right behind, cheering you on all the time, 'cause I know you can take it. I believe that you will make it on your own somehow. Maybe not right now, but I can see you're almost ready. Do you think you're ready, Freddie? Say it right out loud. You're gonna make me proud. Say it right out loud. You're gonna make me proud. I see there are a lot of comments coming in. I asked you where you're all listening from. I'm gonna take a second to look. We got Vermont and Minnesota and Maryland, Pennsylvania. That's good. I'm glad some people from Pennsylvania. Aww, that's lovely. It's nice to have a reminder that I've been around. That I will probably again go around. See you in person. All right, I'm just gonna sing one more original. I've got a tiny little song to close with after that, but I'm gonna do one more dad song for you. I guess it's kind of along the same theme. You know, like other long-term relationships, parent-child relationships have a big effect on how we feel about ourselves. Growing up, I always felt that my dad was really proud of me. No matter what I did, he loved it when he'd come to my softball games and I was the pitcher and I won a game, and he'd like, you know, be elbowing the guys, that's my kid, and or I played violin and orchestra and would tell everybody about it. And then when I started singing, well, first off, he would come to my concerts and he'd say, I don't know, I think, why don't you ever play violin anymore? I don't know if he quite got the songwriting aspect, but he did have a hard time hearing me at that time, so I'm not going to blame him. Anyway, he would walk around Menards with me. If you're not from around here, Menards is a big hardware store, his favorite store, and he would tell all his guys in the different aisles that this was his daughter, and if you wanted, you could probably get an autograph, which was extremely embarrassing, and I loved him, and I loved him very much. Anyway, he found it really easy to love his kids and be proud of his kids, and had a harder time with his own self, and I hope to remember that and treat myself differently. There's a sharp-looking man with a farmer's tan in my baby book. Shoulders back, he leaned against a broken world. He had a head of curls like his baby girl and a devilish grin. He was a tender-hearted trickster, and I'm a lot like him. And my father loved me when he couldn't love himself. He put his faith in me when he was certain he would fail. So when the world has been unkind and doubts weigh on my mind, I try and love
All right, I'm just going to leave you with one more. I have failed, maybe intentionally, to mention all that is happening in our country right now. I'm sure you don't need a news update. But it's, I think, hard to hold on to the possibilities when things look grim and tense. And I think there's a real possibility in our country that we could manifest something really powerful in a society that works for more people, that takes care of our neighbors, that is more just and generous and compassionate, and I think we are making real change, and the growing pains are horrible. I think I do think when I look back even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, I see some drastic shifts, and I can envision them in the future. I hope you can too. But I feel like a really big key to making that is to love ourselves and to find out how to love our neighbors. And that doesn't mean accepting violent behavior from your neighbors, but it does mean knowing that we are all capable of change and worthy of compassion. I was thinking I would leave you with a song by Mr. Fred Rogers. His wife, if you're in Pennsylvania at least, you might have heard, his wife passed away, I think, yesterday, 2 days ago, and he's been on my mind a lot, just thinking of how would he handle this situation, and how would he walk us through this, our children, but us too, you know, like a Mr. Rogers for adults, to help us deal with scary feelings, to help challenge us to be better people. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with this. Thank you all so much for coming here onto the internet in your own homes and joining me. And if you're interested, like I said, if you're interested in hosting a Zoom concert for some of your friends or a group that you're part of, please get in touch with me. I would really love to make that happen and meet some of the people who are important in your life. Here we are. It's you I like, not the clothes you wear. It's not the way you do your hair, but it's you I like. The way you are right now, the way down deep inside you, not the things that hide you. Not your toys, they're just beside you, but it's you I like. Every part of you, your skin, your eyes, your feelings wither, old or new. I hope you remember even when you're feeling blue, that it's you I like, it's you yourself, it's you I like. All right, that's all for now, folks. Be kind to yourselves, be kind to others, and good luck in this next week. Let's hope all goes well. And I will see you soon.
I know they're clapping.
It's awkward clapping all by yourself in your home, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. Sometimes I start clapping and I haven't unmuted my mic, and then I have to start over again. Rachel, thank you so much. This was absolutely wonderful. Folks loved every bit of it. I want to put this back up here. Tips are greatly appreciated for all of our artists. So Rachel's links are provided in the comment feed several times, so you can scroll through there and find them as well. And the folks are still commenting, saying thank you, and great to see you and hear you.
Thanks,
And how
guys.
beautiful. Lots of love. Oh, my goodness. That was wonderful. You know, I forgot that song.
I
I totally forgot about it. It's just absolutely appropriate all the time.
he's done a number of good. He was quite a musician, songwriter
Yes.
too.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yeah. All right, Rachel. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. I look forward to a time where I can actually come to Godfrey Dance. But thank you so much for hosting. You are very good at this.
For sure, we're going to make that happen. We'll see you soon. All righty. All right, folks. Bye-bye, Rachel. I promised I would put up the information on who's coming up in the next several months, actually. It's just going to be very cool. You got February 6th starts it off, Lynn Hansen. February 12th, Lauren Sheehan. February 19th, Bill Bourne. February 27th, John Wart Hannum. March 6th, R.J. Cowdery. March 26th, Abby Gardner. April 9th, Nobody's Girl. And who knows where it's going to go from there. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.